Drow.
Look at those humans just scurrying about. They have so little time to enjoy life.
They do.
It's like an ant farm.
Yeah, you come back to the great jumping off point.
So.
And we move south.
Yeah, and we'll move south towards 521 and then explore that southern passage of the crossroads.
All right. Yes, thank you.
If you look at the map we got from the Cloakers, yes, then this one should be blocked. As we go down there. This should be the Trader's Road, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
And it would seem with all these possible collapses, especially if this one's actually collapsed down here too, that no fucking caravan's gonna come this way ever.
Yeah. You waited 2 years for nothing.
Yeah, you press on. Yeah, this is. It seems to be indeed the Trader's Road. It is a little bit more well maintained, so to speak, but it's clear that no one has done any work down here really. But it is serviceable. It's easy enough to travel through, and so you slowly but surely make your way through it.
So we keep going.
Yep. I'll keep revealing.
Understand, sheep. He's got to keep the suspense. This is like survival horror right here. The walls are closing in on us.
Yep, more tunnels leading east. I guess you keep going.
Yeah.
No, we run away.
Now, what you should really start being afraid of is if he starts hiding the hexes behind us.
You don't see these hexes anymore. It's
for
war.
That's the way to get lost on a map like this. So where do we go again? Oh, of course, we have the coordinates. We will always know that the great jumping off point is 0421. So.
Unless Jonas changes the numbers.
Yeah, that would be difficult, but sure.
I assume you are taking notes as you are traveling through here.
Since making a map.
Yes, then this amazing map maker kit.
Interesting curve on this road, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Leads north.
All right, let's follow it. Why not?
All right, let's see here.
Makes sense to do.
Yeah, it actually leads all the way back to 0521.
It curls up like a snail.
It's a spiral that never ends, ever.
Fractal tunnel.
Fractal tunnel, yes.
As it infinitely approaches Y.
Yes. And every time we move, we can only move half the distance we moved before.
Yeah, as you move north here, you travel for a couple of hours until you suddenly come upon a quite a massive cave-in from the looks of it. Like tons and tons of rock and stone has just completely demolished this path in front of you. There is no visible way to travel through here at all. You even see like the an old skeleton sort of crushed beneath the rocks. You see like a hand from that skeleton sort of poking out from all the rock masses. You do also notice, though, that written in some kind of glowing ink seems to be like spiderly and graceful runes next to the cave-in, written in Uncommon, in Drow, actually.
Or Drow don't have their own language.
Yeah, well, the Drowish dialect of Elven.
Oh, yeah.
It says, "Be warned, allies here may not be who they appear. The walking madness stalks the road between Terisia and Lucin-la-Herae."
Could you write that?
Yes.
Damn Elvish spellings.
These cloakers were not very skilled at making maps, were they?
Well, the thing what stands though, if it looks like it was a dead end.
That wasn't that far off. Lucien Brevet.
Because the thing is, I doubt the cloakers were exploring everything. Like, we must get everything written down on a map.
The walking madness stalks.
Do these runes seem to be, sort of from the looks of it, older than the cave-in?
They are, I mean, they're written in some sort of glowing ink. You would think, well, you notice actually if you bring in the light here that they're not visible in normal light, they're only visible to dark vision.
Oh.
The glowing link combined with the cave, and especially if this was a trader's road, this probably didn't happen too long ago.
Probably not.
No, it seems to be pretty fresh.
In addition, those cloakers must have, like... I mean, they must have met traders who experienced this happening for them to know it. Which means that those traders must still be in here. Right? The logical conclusion. Didn't the cloakers come from there? The traders' road?
The cloakers came from far north.
Far north. Alright.
So we're like deeper, like in the Underdark, like a passageway there. Perhaps from the same path that we took that would eventually lead us to Teresia.
And they met something there, someone there. Yeah, alright, sure. Just want to make sure there's no traders running around here. Don't see why they wouldn't come to Vathas if they got this far.
There might very well be a caravan dancing around, I don't know.
I suppose we'll find out when we walk the path of walking madness. Which we, of course, will do shortly.
In the meantime...
I'm not okay with that.
Alauneari prepares herself to see her siblings turn into dwarves or whatnot. As this message would say that allies will be looking or turning or seeming different.
I'm more okay with, like, hooking, like, left and right on 621 to explore, like, the slug path, the one there with the ooze, and then the little minor passageway.
Yeah.
And then I would totally be okay with returning to fucking the upper Azothir for the rest of this
Stay there forever. Never to return.
North is overrated.
We just
anyway.
collapse the passage. Like, yeah, we have our little kingdom here, our petty kingdom.
I mean, I'm not saying for the rest of time, but by the time we explore those passages, we're probably going to be looking at a month. I don't want to get too far invested in traveling too great of a distance.
Sure. Let's go look at Slug Path first. We'll see how far it is.
Glorious.
Oops, like Pathfinders. There's teasing those things. It's not really called the Path of Walking Madness.
What would be great is if this glowing ink here was a grand practical joke set up on us.
It's called the Safe Road.
The Safe Road.
The Road of Diamonds?
Robert Frost Memorial Highway.
That's an odd name to have in the Underdark.
Why do we call it the Robert Frost Memorial? I don't get it.
Yeah, strange.
We could change this to any... No, let's just leave it. It'll confuse natives. Like,
if we do suddenly not know who is, like, if it's an ally or foe, signing Vytharia with Drow Sign Language should be a good way. If they cannot do that, they're most likely an evil foe and should be killed immediately.
And Tristan got killed immediately. She doesn't have to learn to sign.
Yeah, Tristan can't do that. She will be killed immediately.
Dude, I can't.
Oh, I see. Traitor. Yeah, you press on up the Slug Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look around there for interesting things. Well, you do notice there's a lot of slime leading up this path. It's clearly that the slug, has gone in and out here quite a few times, probably. You do at the the end of this passage come upon again sort of a natural formation of a dome-like cave. It seems that when you get here, well, the first thing you see is a very big clutch of giant slug eggs, sort of in the corner of this cavern, like covered in slime and stuff. You also see a lot of like bones and like other refuse along this cavern. Perhaps the slug returned here to eat whatever things it captured. You would say there's about 30 giant slug eggs in this huge pile.
What sort of bones are there here?
It's just
Anything interesting?
Nah, random animal bones like a lizard and.
Alright.
If this thing was a vermin, it might have ended up making its nest out of something possibly valuable like those pale hunters did. After all, I wouldn't really recognize wealth. Is there anything to indicate anything of particular interest among the refuse and remains, Jonas?
Well, not really as you sort of pick through it. The eggs themselves could be valuable if someone could be moved. Maybe, someone in the city of Xan would want to buy them. You would think that, well, maybe they're worth like 25 gold each if sold in Xan.
How many were there?
30.
Still good.
Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, it's just like the fucking giant crab things. Like, you could probably sell those, but on the other hand, these could end up growing up to be annoyances to us, like the other fucking giant slug was.
Might as well for like exotic pets for the Zand.
Like, we could take them. It's not like we have any sort of convenient way to hold them, though.
How big are they? Sort
of. They're like fist-sized.
Oh, let's smash them.
I love how quickly that attitude changed.
You can't carry 30 of those. We don't have the volume.
I agree.
Weight-wise, sure, but not. We don't have the volume for it.
Yeah, I'm sure if we fucking consult like the walking armory there, he's got satchels of things. Yeah, like we just put open
30 eggs on him.
I do happen to have sacks.
That would be an unpleasant awakening one day.
I mean, I have
sack bursts open and 30 giant slugs crawl out.
Oh. But as it stands, unless Rae'nkalar ends up and we end up strapping the sacks to the humans and forcing them to carry the eggs, and then heading back to the great jumping off point where we're gonna have to haul up the eggs with rope.
It's a lot of work for 700 gold pieces.
30 times 25?
I don't think it's worth it.
700.
I mean, out of character, gold is always good, and we can probably find a way to transport them.
Alauneari does not want to carry slug eggs.
Right,
exactly.
but in the character thing, it's we could make the humans do it, and then if they drop them, we could punish them.
She would find it amusing, though, to go close to them and then channel all the unborn snails with one channeling and just see all the little eggs pop.
It's like bubble wrap. It's just fun.
It's like bubble wrap.
Extinguishing the lives of unborn creatures is always fun. Right?
The slug up with his pleadingly lies and says, "Why?"
I don't know. I think it would be. I think it would be fun to put the eggs in sacks and then make the humans carry them. And if they drop them, it'd be a great excuse to punish them.
Sure, let's do that then.
I draw out a few sacks. We can stuff.
Each one gets 10 fist-sized eggs. No, don't drop this.
If you drop them, you'll have to eat them.
And carry the sack as if your very life depends on it.
Because it does.
Crack whip.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. They can carry it around.
I mean, we don't like a giant lizard, but we do have slaves. Come on, they're there for a reason.
The slaves, they meekly pick up all the eggs and put them in sacks and start carrying around the eggs. They would probably need to be kept moist, so you need to sort of water them a bit.
Well,
we can do that.
Yeah, that's certainly a few castings of create water on
Alauneari will deign to cast Agaris's create water spell on these slug eggs.
You should just cast it on the sack. It'll soak in, and it'll get into the clothes of the slaves as well.
Yep.
Oh yeah, great torture.
Yeah,
slime, acidic slime, and water mixing.
Mm-hmm.
That's sludge. That's the idea I have, because Rain can cast create water now as well. It's just they want water on the eggs. I cast it right above the slaves.
Well, they don't really want it, but if you want the eggs to be,
yeah, it'll go everywhere. It's a nice bit of water.
Water everywhere.
Clearly, they want to be hydrated after what we just went through a few weeks ago.
I'm just assisting them with 8 gallons of water each.
8 gallons each.
Every 4 seconds. 6 seconds. Just...
It's like taking a shower.
I think that's like 7.5 liters.
That is a lot of water pouring out all of them in 6 seconds.
Because if both me and Alauneari did, it's double the amount.
The Rae'nkalar can handle it. They're his sacks.
So we go out of the narrow passage before we return.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I guess.
You want to go back?
Yeah.
Would be practical with the eggs.
I mean, it's I'm just one person. I don't want to go down that path of walking madness. I'm not interested.
But it sounds fun and exciting.
Well, right, the path of walking madness. Where would that be? Like this way?
Maybe.
So this like tiny little pub. I'm sure we could go down there. So okay.
Yeah. You say we should. We don't know where that goes.
We could go a little bit and look. I mean,
Yeah.
Let's
Can't
do
be
it.
that bad, can
If
it?
the entire world starts contorting around us, maybe we could back away.
I mean, on the one hand, you'll argue with me about the game. We're supposed to be able to handle these challenges. I'm like, no, we're evil. We're meant to die.
That's also a valid point.
if nothing else, we can always leave the slaves there and let them be eaten by whatever, and while we get away.
Okay. You've cheered me up. I'm good. Let's go.
All right. Let's see here. Move here, and then you want to move east.
Yes.
Yeah.
Into the claustrophobic hellhole.
While they're carrying eggs.
Your tomb.
This tomb will be your grave.
Rest in peace.
Yep, exactly. Oh no! Yes, you press your way down this this tight corridor again. Once more into the breach, as it were.
Yes, the taker. Sorry.
Yes, the Aether Taker. Right, yes, you press your way down here, although you, to your frustration, you do notice that this thin passageway, like a day and a half down this this traveling, suddenly just terminates in what seems to be a cave-in.
Oh, motherfucking Luya.
Well,
Reverse.
Yep.
Beep, 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 beep,
Back paddling back to the crossroads.
That's right. That means that the people who are in the back of that narrow passageway, they're leading us now.
Yep.
Go,
Slug sacks
Alauneari.
in front.
Yes, go slaves, yes.
so either we can go enjoy some madness now, or we can explore the path of walking madness. It's just a different kind of madness.
I mean, we could go back and then take the rest of the... Wait, no, we have like a whole month and a half.
Yeah, we have like a month
Just
left.
relaxing now would be a bit of a waste.
For Drow, we got hundreds of years.
I suppose that's true. We do have eggs that need to be sold.
They can be peddled to the city of Zan,
But we're down here, might as well.
No,
we're
we'll
down here
be
again
back
next
down
month.
here, yeah. We'll be back down
next-
here next turn. Get some time to do some more review of the kingdom. Make sure that people aren't doing things that need to get them killed.
But, it takes time to go to Zan as well, right?
It allows me, more time to analyze my prospecting notes of analyzing water and minerals to determine what possible resources could be gathered at hexes.
I think this is a brilliant idea. Let's go.
Let's return and do a kingdom turn, shall we?
Okay. We decide to backtrack back to the Great Jumping Off Point and make the climb up.
Selling the eggs when we get up.
Yes, selling the eggs. We
want
can
them
certainly do
anymore.
that. Yeah, a month or so, a little more than a month because you're backtracking. You arrive back in Vothis, having braved the Great Jumping Off Point again, batting off like big bat things and carrying eggs and each other.
We're carrying each other, but...
Well,
I mean, might also help, if Alauneari wishes to try to secure another mount. She can do
yeah,
that,
I think,
since-
Alauneari needs to kind of some help to climb up the Great Jumping Off Point, I think.
I
Yeah.
guess.
She can do it if she has a rope.
Oh, we have a rope. A rope.
We've got plenty of ropes that can be strung together, but like gone are her days of just jollily sauntering down the great jumping off.
Oh yes.
Well, she could ask Trislin to summon a bat for her.
How long does that battle last?
1 minute per level.
Because if it's not long enough to actually fly up.
Just disappears mid-flight.
Well, admittedly, she can summon.
She flies up, and like 10 minutes later, you hear a scream. Lord keeps tumbling down. Like,
Manaki, she can summon 6 of them in a day. So.
Yes, but it's not like you can summon that dire bat perfectly perched right under Alauneari's ass every single time.
My point is, bat ride it up to a spot where you can sit down. Ride up.
Sit down.
Or just stand for a moment.
I don't. We get up there, however we do it seems to be.
Yeah, but coming back early.
Not the most noble. I mean,
not pleasant, but I mean.
But coming back early also allows anyone like say Manaki to secure another mount if so desired.
Sure could.
That seems wasteful. It's gonna die down there anyway. If she were to secure another one, she would kill it first and then make it much more reliable.
So what you're saying is that you could have killed the giant lizard and then...
Yeah, but no, we have to drag the goddamn bones with her as well.
That's what we have slaves for. This is why you bring like the 3 copper piece per day hirelings with you into the dungeon. To like hold torches for you, walk forward onto the suspicious looking panel, tend to the horses outside the door.
I mean, he has a great point there.
It's not just us 5. Think about what these people who would otherwise be a fucking albatross. That's why I bought a slave from the very beginning, man.
They're not PCs, but they have users.
Well, regardless, you didn't really think that a skeleton would be something. Can't you just acquire one, really? A dead lizard?
A dead lizard?
Yeah. I think the reuse price is rather a bit lower for.
Remember though, if you wanted to be able to climb, you would lose that ability if you turn it if it's undead. I mean, it doesn't have any like suction cups to
retain all their special move abilities, don't they?
I was pretty sure they do retain all their special movement abilities.
Oh, I thought they lost every special.
They lose flying.
They lose flying.
Zombies retain that. I'll check it.
Skeletons. Speed. A winged skeleton cannot use wings to fly. If the creature magic. All other movement types are retained.
Okay. Better well then. I guess it has like skeletal fangs
like
or
claws
or something.
That are able to like hook it into the wall very easily.
Yeah. Sure.
And not suction cups.
I had a picture of an undead gecko.
Yeah. Have fun with that fantasy.
It's
time to go to DeviantArt. All right, yeah. Yeah, you have plenty of time to do some stuff. Like in office.
Let's see here. We'll even perhaps say in the grand imperial wizard city of Zan itself, since Thothis still doesn't have much in the way of base value, but we've got a masterwork spider silk bolt to sell, as well as the broken fragmented remnants of a mithril pendant. And some giant slug eggs.
Yeah. Mm. Sure do. Yeah, that can be easily sold in Xan, if nothing else.
Divided by 5. That is 410 gold each by selling the spider silk bolt, the pendant, and the giant slug eggs. We'll go ahead and pay off Zen first. For Zen, that's an extra 410 gold, so 820 gold.
That's quite a bit of money.
I need to need to knock off these debts before the credit card companies come after me and repo my funeral shroud.
We'll take this as collateral.
Repo man shows up.
Oh, I hate the repo.
They put like the funeral shroud on a tow truck and like haul it away.
You cry and beg.
Jonas, I sent you a PM.
Well, I guess we can take extra time doing our kingdom business.
there's that, and there's just having fun in the shade. Yeah, shade.
Yes, indeed, yes, that is possible.
Okay.
You know, observe how wonderful these Vathas guards have become. Whether they have responded well to the training. Wink, wink.
Can I have the giant gecko somewhere, Jonas? Have you deleted it completely, or?
No, it's right there.
Yeah,
it's on the
Geckos
Vothis.
is still on the upper Azathoth
On
map.
Vothis. All right. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah,
The Vothis map.
because that's where we are now, Manaki.
Yeah, we're back up here.
Yeah. I know what you're doing. Gosh.
You got your Rilinid's aura once again on his fancy seat now with his eye staring out.
Yes, the eternal eye, just watching everything. Like nothing you've ever heard in any fantasy book before. Nothing.
Oh god, Zincone himself.
Clearly, you have not just witnessed a hostile takeover of them.
That's right.
Doppelganger.
By the way, Palantir might be involved.
The eye sees.
Pierces earth and flesh.
It's
Pretty
time for that orc to roll a 20 and knock Gandalf off the bridge of Khazad-dûm.
Indeed so. All right. Well, as the party returns to Vothis, let's see here. Well, what do you just travel through it at top speed, or what's?
There's
Travel
no need to
through
rush
Vothis?
through at top speed. I mean, we got plenty of time.
Right.
Hail to the motherfucking kings and queens, bitches.
Well, if you then go into Vothis like, oh yes, you're triumphant return type, you're certainly received as such.
Good.
Although when you do arrive, one person approaches you, and it's Tarlin.
Of course it is.
You. He will approach whoever is leading the group and make a quick bow. Say, "My lords, matron," nodding towards Alauneari. I hope the explorations were fruitful down below. He sort of looks around. We have somewhat of an odd situation, I'm afraid, and I would like to speak with you somewhere more secure as soon as possible. Hello?
No.
No one answering, Tarlin? All right.
Fucking kids, fine.
That can be arranged, Tarlin.
Yeah. Yeah, then does a gentle bow and then says, I will await you in the council chamber.
Rilinid shall follow him.
Oh, let's all follow him. Why not?
Train will also follow.
Let's be a little creepy.
Sure.
We're gonna store him.
But, following into the council chamber is kind of what we... that's not very creepy. That's just what we do.
Or chamber.
Sitting is dumb. Bitches.
At this point, we're just walking.
You will notice one thing about Tarlin. He has his appearance seems to have changed a bit. He's not wearing the same armor he used before. Right now, he's wearing a sort of seems like a rather exotically crafted, like some strange, like combination of like leather with like a reinforced like black like steel plates and strategic places.
My expert knowledge of soldiering, know what that is.
Colors seems to be mainly black and red. Also the same crimson red that is the color of House Vytharia.
I hope this odd situation isn't about your new wardrobe, Tarlin.
As we head up the winding spiral staircase.
Tarlin gets lets out a a slight laugh. No, it is not. You also notice, by the way, that his curved blade he had before over his back is replaced with two smaller blades that look, well, you can't really see them because they're sheathed, but they also look strange in design.
Doesn't look at Rilinid jealous much. He keeps walking.
I can barely hear you, ToN.
I don't know why it's my problem today.